What's up, everyone? It is your girl, Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and got another battle of the. Now, y'all requested this battle because I remember asking y'all in the video if you want me to compare it to, I think with the Beauty Bay palette and then this palette. It was another palette in the Celestial Nirvana, and somebody asked me to do it to the Celestial Nirvana, so I was like, say less. So here we are. So I'm going to show you what both the palettes look like on the inside. I felt like they looked pretty similar and had enough similar colors to where you could like possibly get a similar look out of them. So that's why I wanted to do this battle, and you all agreed because here we are. So here are the color stories. As you can see, I feel like they have a lot of similar color stories. Now, I feel like the shimmers and the Glaminatrix ones are going to be different than the Pat McGrath one. But I feel like I see a lot of the similar matte tones. Like, I feel like the green down here looks similar to that darker green, if you will. And then some of, like, the pinks look like they could do, and some of the purples, too. So, that's why I wanted to go ahead and film this video for you. Because I was like, let's see how much fun and color Mother really has compared to and indie brands. And indie brands are known for having like gorgeous pressed pigment eyeshadow palettes. So without further ado, let's get to it, girls. Let me zoom you on in real quick. If you're curious what's on my eyes right now, this is the Allure palette from Juvia's Place. I actually am starting a new series for 2023, so that's why I have this palette on my eyes, because it's part of the new series. You'll get an episode for it coming, I want to say toward the end of January. That's what I'm hoping for. I got a couple of new series I'm thinking about putting out. I already gave y'all, I think, 1 or 2 of the ones I was coming out with, but I got a couple more in mind, so I'm just gonna have to stay tuned, girl. But anyway, let me go off camera, get my life in order. I'm going to do Pat McGrath off camera just because this is the older of the 2 palettes, and then we're gonna talk about Pat McGrath and her new palette coming out, girl, because I'm like, Mother, it's not really new. Does she know it's not really new? Who's gonna tell her? Anyway, I'm gonna go off camera and get that done. I have swatches on my arm as usual. I'm going to, of course, do Pat McGrath first, and then we'll do Glaminatrix. So it's gonna be Pat, Glaminatrix, and so on and so forth, like I normally do. But I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all. So here's the Pat McGrath side, and here is the swatches. So this is Mother, Glaminatrix, Mother, Glaminatrix, Mother, Glaminatrix, and then Mother, Glaminatrix. So you see, I kind of just did the reddish color toward the top. We'll put the green in the crease, the purples on the outer V, and we picked our lid shade, so that's what we're going to do with this eye, obviously. So let's get into it. So I started off by taking the purple and putting it on the lower lash line. Let me get my new brush, though, because I don't want to contaminate the purples. I want you to see the true colors of everything. Just into Pat McGrath purple real quick. The Matrix purple real quick. I feel like the purples actually look pretty similar in the pan, but I feel like the Pat McGrath one is creamier and blends a little easier than the Glaminatrix one does. So just keep that in mind if you're gonna get this palette. Like, I feel like the Glaminatrix one doesn't blend as smoothly and isn't as pigmented. Upon application, you all can see me using the purple a couple of times in a couple of different videos, because I did a video where you did a blue, green, and purple look with this palette, and then I turned around and did 3 different looks for the 3 different sections in the Pat McGrath palette. That's why I didn't feel the need to do it on air. This is my 3rd look with this palette as well. I got a collab coming with another YouTuber in this palette, so it's not like you won't see me doing this palette 3 different times as well. This is just the 2nd time you're seeing it now, because I'm thinking this video is going to go up before my collab video. Don't quote me though. Okay, so now let's get into the just reddish shade. It's more like a to me this seems more like a burgundy-ish, like fuchsia type shade, but they were shades that were most similar to each other in the pans. I want to make sure I use shades that were close in tone. I feel like they both look kind of sheer though, which is kind of shocking because I expected them to be more pigmented with the like tone they have. But see, this one just to me gives like more of a fuchsia vibe, and I feel like the one from Mother's is obviously, you know, clearly red. See, this looks more burgundy, and to me this looks more fuchsia, but that's okay. I actually prefer the fuchsia-ness of this one from Glaminatrix. I do feel like it's going out smoothly, and it's not like oxidizing the way I feel like the red in Mother's palette did, so I'm liking that about it. So I'm going to take this brush and dust over everything real quick and cute like. That's what we're working with so far. Now let's go into the crease shade. So the crease shade, we're going to use the turquoise shade. So let me get a more detailed brush. Matter of fact, I'll just take this little brush right here and go into that shade and start tapping it in here and blending it across. The end effect, if you will. I love doing color combinations like this. I just think they're so much fun. This is like my third time doing a color combination like this. I feel with the McGrath palette. It's my second time using this palette. I think I did a halo eye the first time I used it. Don't quote me. But I really like how both color stories on both eyes are coming out. So I feel like this might be a little harder than I was expecting it to be. Because I was thinking I was just going to automatically be like, oh yes, mother, and you know, whatever, go on my day. But now I'm like, I'm liking both of them. Like, this is getting harder than I expected. But that's what this one looks like so far. Let's get our little cute glitter glue situation hooked up here, and then we'll get into the shimmer that we're putting on the lid. And then we'll get into my thoughts overall on both of these lovely little palettes. And which one I prefer depending on formulas and things of that nature. So, bring it right here. I need to wash my brushes I'm using now after this, because this one is getting quite gunky with all the glitter glue on it. And it's getting harder to like blend it all over the eyes. So that's just letting me know I need to get it some. Where is that brush? I just did put it on it. The one with my leg as usual. I'm trying to find the brush. Oh, there it is. Rolled underneath something else. So we're going to take the shade for the lid now in the inner corner, because I'm using both of them, the shade that's on the lid in the inner corner. So as you see, it's a nice little topper S type shade. So we'll stop topping it on the lid. I think this is the shade I used the first time when I did the eye look for this. Wait, no, it's not. I used the, let me stop lying. I used the, I'm pretty sure I used the yellow one. Or I might have just used the yellow one in the inner corner and used the green one on the lid. I know I used one of them. As you can see, this one is getting way more sparkle and shimmer than Mother's is. It's like one of those Pat McGrath special shades. That's the vibe it's giving me on the lid. It's the way it looks compared to the one that I have on the lid from Mother's side. So it definitely gives me more brightness and sparkle. I'll easily say that. Let me go back in with the colorful matte and the crease to bring it back. I feel like the way I cut it with the glitter glue is just took the shimmery shade all in the crease, and I don't necessarily want it there, so I need to reel her back in. Like, hey, calm down, hey. Like, we invite you to the party, but you don't get to take over. Like, you know, like those family members you have come over and visit, and you know, they be trying to tell you about, you know, how to do stuff in your house when they're visiting. They need to calm down. Oh, I had a family member that she used to get on my last nerve. Even when I was a kid, I hated for her to visit, because like she always thought she had the right to take over other people's houses. But it's like when people come over your house, they don't do that. So why do you think that's okay? Like, who told you it was acceptable to go over people's houses and think you gonna have your way about everything? Like, and get an attitude when you don't. Because I remember, like, when I was a kid, she got an attitude with me about something. I think I went in the kitchen for something, and she said something, I need to wash my hands or something. Like, you don't know if I washed my hands before I came in there or not. Not to mention, this ain't your house, so who are you to be telling me anything? So after that, I was kind of done with her, because I thought that was totally uncalled for, and I didn't like the fact my mama didn't check her, because it's like, you don't live here, you don't have the right to go around telling people about what to do. So I was not feeling that at all, and I wasn't feeling her anymore after that. She has since died, but I just always hated her visiting, because I didn't like the fact she thought she had the right to tell everybody what to do in their house. And other family members didn't like it either, so they wouldn't even let her, like, stay with them, because she thought she was going to take over people's kitchens and all that. It was like, you going to try to take over people's kitchen and then try to tell them what to do where they lay their head and pay the bills. You don't pay the bills, you visit it, and then you think you had the right to do all that. Like, no. I know I just went on a random tangent, but it's like, that's what it made me think of when I was like, the glitter was taking over, like, the crease. Whatever, that's the story that I thought of as soon as that happened. I know it's random. But, yeah, so these are both the finished eyes. As you can see, they're quite different. But the only difference I feel like really is just the shimmer is quite brighter on this side than it is on this side. And that the pink is different. Because otherwise I feel like the turquoise you could play it off. Kinda. But the purples and the other stuff. Just, anyway, let me back you all up and talk about my thoughts. So, my thoughts when it comes to these two palettes when this battle plays off. I think I like the Pat McGrath better. I just like the way the mattes blended easier. I do like the colors of the mattes and the Glaminatrix one better. I just like the way the mattes perform when it comes to Mother's easier. They're easier to blend. They don't take as much effort. I will say though, I am liking the shimmers in the Glaminatrix one better than the shimmers in Mother's, at least the ones I had to choose from to match Mother's palette. I feel like if I had chose some different shimmers, I might like the shimmers in Mother's a little bit better as well. But it's like I like the shimmers in here a lot better when it comes to the brightness and whatnot, because I had to pick such a dull one to try to match this very bright one with. So if I had to pick, of course y'all know I'm picking Pat McGrath. Like, I love the quality of Pat McGrath. I have so many Pat McGrath palettes. I'm still learning about this brand and their formulas and the way they do stuff. So it's not to say this palette is bad, because like I told y'all before, it's just this palette isn't necessarily my cup of tea when it comes to the shimmers, but I prefer the Pat McGrath side. But you can comment down below and tell me what you think. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.